Before you touch her, before you speak to her, before you even look at her. She has already measured you, not your money, not your muscles, your frame, your emotional temperature, your need. Women do not submit to words. They respond to power. And power is never loud. Most men lose control before the game begins. They chase. They explain. They impress. They react. Every reaction is a confession. Every explanation is a request for approval. And approval is the language of weakness. A woman watches how you enter a room, how you sit, how you hold eye contact, how long you wait before speaking. She is not testing your kindness. She is testing your center. Can you exist without her validation? Can you remain still when she withdraws attention? Can you hold silence without panic? That is where control begins. The man who needs nothing owns everything. Women are not controlled through force. They are controlled through perception. If she feels she can move your emotions at will, you are already beneath her. If a delayed reply makes you anxious, she feels it. If her smile feels like a reward, she knows it. And the moment she knows it, the balance shifts. Control is not domination. It is emotional gravity. Who is pulled toward whom? Who adjusts? Who seeks? Who waits? The one who waits wins. Most men try to win affection. Smart men control access. Attention is a currency. Time is a weapon. Scarcity creates value. Availability destroys it. If she can reach you any time, you are common. If she can predict your behavior, you are safe. If you are safe, you are not exciting. And without tension, there is no psychological hook. Attraction feeds on uncertainty, not chaos, not games. Uncertainty. She must not be sure of your level of interest, but she must feel your presence. That balance is control. Pull back first. Not dramatically, subtly. Let her notice the shift. Let her wonder. Do not announce distance. Let her feel it. Curiosity is more powerful than pursuit. When she invests, pause. When she tests, smile. When she withdraws, stay centered. Emotional stability is intimidating. It signals authority. Women test to find strength, not to find obedience. If you crumble under small pressure, you will break under real pressure. She is not looking for a servant. She is looking for a man she cannot move. The strongest position in any interaction is the ability to walk away, not threaten, not manipulate, not beg. Simply detach. The man who can leave controls the frame. Ask yourself something uncomfortable. If she disappeared tomorrow, would your life collapse? If the answer is yes, she owns you. Dependency is invisible submission. Control begins within. If you cannot control your impulses, you cannot control perception. If lust drives you, she senses it. If loneliness drives you, she tastes it. If ego drives you, she plays with it. Women are highly attuned to emotional shifts, more than words, more than logic. They read microexpressions, tone, breathing, hesitation. Your body speaks before you do, and fear is loud. When you fear losing her, you already have. Fear changes posture. Fear changes voice. Fear shortens patience. Fear makes you overgive, overtext, overexplain, overcommit. Desperation hides in generosity. The powerful man gives slowly, selectively, without urgency. He does not rush connection. He observes. He studies. He lets her reveal patterns. People expose themselves when not pressured. Silence forces revelation. When she talks about her past, listen without reacting. When she tests your boundaries, hold them without anger. When she withdraws affection, do not chase. Let absence create awareness. Humans value what feels uncertain, not what feels guaranteed. Control is emotional economy. Spend less than you earn. Invest attention wisely. Reward behavior you respect. Ignore behavior you dislike. Attention is reinforcement. Where you place it, behavior grows. Most men reward disrespect by reacting. They argue. They defend. They plead. Every reaction feeds the behavior. Indifference starves it. Nothing unsettles more than calm detachment. But understand this clearly. Control is not cruelty. It is composure. It is mastery over reaction. It is refusal to be emotionally hijacked. The one who reacts less leads more. She will test boundaries, cancel plans, flirt subtly with others, delay replies, question your standards. Not because she hates you, because she wants to see if you bend. Bending creates hierarchy, and she does not respect what she can bend. If she senses you fear losing her, she explores her options. If she senses you value yourself more than access to her, she leans in. Value is proven through restraint, not words. The most attractive sentence is unspoken. I do not need this. Needing is loud. Choosing is silent. Do not confuse attention with attachment. Do not confuse intimacy with loyalty. Do not confuse chemistry with respect. Respect comes from consistency, from boundaries, from emotional discipline, from saying no without guilt. A man without boundaries invites manipulation. A man with rigid ego invites rebellion. Balance is power. Firm, calm, unapologetic. If she pushes, do not escalate. Lower your tone, slow your movements. Pause before responding. The calmer you become, the more she feels your stability. Intensity collapses against stillness. Storms lose to mountains. Understand female psychology without resentment. Emotion drives decision. Logic justifies it later. If she feels safe with you, she stays. If she feels challenged by you, she desires. If she feels she controls you, she loses interest. Safety without strength is boredom. Strength without control is danger. Combine both. Controlled danger measured unpredictability. Stable dominance. That is magnetic. Never reveal your full emotional map. Mystery sustains intrigue. Oversharing kills polarity. Keep parts of yourself reserved, not secretive. Reserved, depth is attractive. Exposure is cheap. Let her work for pieces of you. When she compliments you, accept it without inflation. When she criticizes you, evaluate without defense. When she tries to provoke jealousy, smile without reaction. Jealousy signals insecurity. Insecurity signals vulnerability. Vulnerability without strength invites manipulation. Remember this, the person who cares more loses leverage. Do not chase reassurance. Do not seek constant validation. If she pulls away, let her. If she returns, assess her energy. Do not reward inconsistency. Standards create respect. Inconsistency tolerated becomes pattern. Power is pattern recognition. Watch actions. Ignore promises. Humans reveal priorities through repetition. If she prioritizes you, it shows. If she doesn't, it also shows. Do not negotiate desire. You cannot argue someone into valuing you. Control is choosing where to stand, not forcing someone to kneel. The greatest mistake men make is trying to control her emotions. You cannot. You control yours. That shifts everything. Emotional independence creates gravitational pull. You become the stable point. She orbits stability, not chaos. If you explode, you lose. If you beg, you lose. If you threaten, you lose. Calm detachment wins, every time. But here is the truth most cannot handle. You cannot control a woman who does not respect you. And respect cannot be demanded. It is built through behavior. Repeated, consistent, unemotional. The moment you compromise your standards to keep her, you teach her your value is negotiable, and negotiable value declines. Control is not about trapping. It is about positioning. If he feels free but chooses you, that is real dominance. Choice under freedom is stronger than obedience under fear. Fear creates compliance, not loyalty, and compliance fades. Loyalty deepens. Loyalty comes from admiration. Admiration comes from strength. Strength comes from internal order. If your life revolves around her, she becomes your axis. If she senses she is your axis, she shifts away. No one respects the one who revolves. Build a life she enters. Do not build a life around her. Purpose is attractive. Mission is grounding. Direction creates confidence. Confidence creates magnetism. The man who is busy building does not obsess over texting. The man who is progressing does not panic over silence. The man who has options does not cling to one. Abundance mentality changes posture. Scarcity mentality changes tone. Tone reveals mindset. Mindset reveals rank. She is always evaluating rank, not socially, emotionally. Who leads energy? Who holds frame? Who collapses first? Who apologizes too quickly? Who chases after tension? These answers determine hierarchy. and hierarchy determines attraction. You do not control women by overpowering them. You control dynamics by mastering yourself, your impulses, your jealousy, your need for reassurance, your fear of abandonment. Control those, and interactions shift. She cannot manipulate what does not react. When she senses she cannot trigger insecurity, she stops trying. When she senses you are unaffected by small tests, she escalates respect. When she feels your calm is real, not performed, she relaxes into your frame. But if your calm is strategy, not identity, it cracks under pressure. And cracks reveal weakness. Real control is not tactics. It is character. It is inner stability so strong. External behavior cannot disturb it. If losing her feels like losing yourself, you are not ready. If walking away feels terrifying, you are attached to outcome. Attachment reduces leverage. Detachment increases it. This is not romance. This is psychology. Attraction is a power exchange. Energy flows towards certainty, away from desperation, towards strength, away from need, toward mystery, away from predictability. Be predictable in values, unpredictable in reaction, consistent in standards, inconsistent in availability, measured in affection, controlled in emotion. That combination creates tension. Tension creates attraction. Attraction creates influence. But influence is fragile. The moment you reveal dependency, the balance flips. And here is the final truth. You cannot control a woman. You can only control yourself so completely that she chooses to align with you. If she does not, let her go. Because forced control is illusion, and illusion collapses. The man seeking to control women often cannot control his own mind, and that is the real hierarchy, not between you and her, but between you and yourself. If your emotions command you, you are already ruled. If your desires dominate you, you are already controlled. If her attention dictates your mood, you are already beneath. Power is not taken. It is held, silently, without announcement, without desperation, without fear. And if you still ask how to control any woman, you have already revealed who controls you.